I hate camping out.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Dahnans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Dahnan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place. Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Shield! A whirling circle! Everyone beat! Monster shield! More for the South.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you truly!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
I'm all stuck now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Hear me! Energy!
I need to be stronger.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance. No further.
Burning strike. Glacial spear. Here's the evil.
Try this.
Evil soul.
Take
Freeze.
this.
Get you all tucked away.
No further.
Blah blah blah. Magic.
All finished here. Too fast. Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Annihilation. Lightning
In a bind.
Rip and tear.
Now we're not.
Back into the fray. Annihilation. Lightning again. Thunderblade.
Take this.
Top field. Mega
Take
ray.
this. Eat this.
Lightning condemned.
Here I come. It's over.
Gemini Aqua.
I'm not. Talon Storm.
Lightning condemned.
Orochi Fury.
Fresh. Dance to the wind.
Swallow Blade.
In here. Mega ray.
Kitara. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone. Dragon Shield. Freezing storm.
These fists have got your name on them!
Arrow Sword.
Orochi Fury.
Eagle Assault!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
I can feel my power growing.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
I wonder what we can make with this.
If you can't decide, I'll have it raw.
Hey, wait! Don't eat that!
Out of our way!
Raging Cascade!
In a vine.
Dragon! Freeze! It's as true as the arc! Raging Cascade! Hear me!
Flying free. They just sit still.
Shield,
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Talon Storm. I'm on a roll now. Take this.
Leave the enemy! Arch to me!
All mine.
No complaints here!
Swallow Blade. Ignite.
Heal you all! They're on my tail!
Prepare to be sealed.
Astral energy!
Say no more. Got it.
Well done!
I'll tear you apart.
First aid! Shazam!
Take this.
Now you see what I can do!
More for the stockpile!
Swallow Blade.
I force
Sword Blade out.
Demons descend!
Flashing Fang.
Gravitas shield!
Swallow Blade.
Raging Storm!
This one's mine!
Do it.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Brace yourselves. This one's tough.
Burning Render!
Burning Wall Dance.
Here's evil!
Far enough. This one's all
I'm getting
mine.
close with airborne target!
Wall Dance.
Lightning
Swallow
condemned!
Blade. You got fire.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle!
Sword Blade Alpha. All yours.
Here's evil!
Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Right, next one!
Already on it!
Yes, it's a win! Seal! I'll heal you!
Swallow Blade. Dragon Force.
Swallow Day! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First strike.
I'll end you!
Here I come.
Watch this!
Azure Storm.
Do it!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Nice one, Alpin.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm surrounded!
I'm on this one. Oh my.
I'll run you through!
Eat this.
Glitter Dragon!
Azure Storm.
I'm on a roll now!
Sword Alpha.
Frozen!
Hammer! The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that!
You're finished.
Smash you!
Firmament Render! I never miss!
I'm not done. Flash. Swallow
The
Blade.
tide of battle!
Now!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
See that?
That training's paying off.
Dragon Shout!
Freeze Blaster!
Eagle Assault!
The heavens must be smiling.
I'm like bait to them!
Lightning Attack!
Roaching Fury.
I'll tear you apart!
Dazzle. Rising Falcon.
Lightning Instant!
This one's Astral Arts?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! River!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Hi, Hoodle. Glacial spear.
Can't get out of this! I'll run you through!
Freeze, let me
Carve through armor! It's over! Burn!
Here I go. I'm already getting started. Hey, when did I get so far? Raging cascade.
It's over!
Lunar corruption. Let's get you all touched away. Dance in the wind. In here. I'll be. All right, you're coming through.
You're mine!
Into the shadows. Here goes mine. Up and at 'em. Let's go. Out in your dreams. Raging cascade. In here. Do it. I guess you have your uses now and again.
Told you!
Lies unstoppable. Less talking, more doing. Not like that all the time.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off!
Freezing storm.
Take this!
Raging tornado.
Fly storm!
Dance in the wind. Steel.
You shouldn't have messed with me.
I'll heal you all.
Anything in armor is all
This is looking good!
Here you go.
Rising Phoenix!
Take
this. You'll finish! Ignite!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Check out these biceps. Pretty glorious, right?
Why are guys so obsessed with their muscles?
Because these puppies have yet to let me down. We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
What's this thing?
No backing down!
This one's mine.
Here I come! Swallow Blade!
Raging cascade.
What's this?
Flaming Thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Nothing gets by me.
Now you see what I can do!
Healing portal.
Goodbye!
What's this?
Swallow Blade!
Dohalim.
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis. None shall
throbs in
escape
pain.
my dazzling breath.
My turn! I'm not done!
Round squall. If it's in the sky, it's mine. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
With this, I can become even stronger.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So, Hogsar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
Let's dispose of the trash. Not on my watch. Astral energy.
Ignite!
Up and at 'em. Let's go.
Take this!
Freezing storm.
Slash!
In here.
Azure Storm!
Lightning
Thrust! You're on!
You go hard.
You're mine! It's over!
Anything in armor is all mine. This one's mine. Lightning
this.
attack.
I'll smash you!
Elusive Fury!
Now.
Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Shut!
Well done.
I'm not done!
Don't get complacent.
Little help.
Swallow Blade! Orochi Fury! I'm on!
Raging Storm.
Rising Phoenix!
None shall escape my judgment.
They got me paralyzed! It's over!
Weak lad.
Swallow Blade! Orochi Fury!
Here goes. It's over.
Rising Phoenix!
Now, this ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
You're mine! Now!
This is mine.
Slice!
Photon Flash. More with
Orochi
that.
Fury!
Air thrust.
Be still! Rising Strike!
Lightning Storm.
For it!
First aid.
You're mine! You're finished!
Do it.
Live up!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
What's this?
Burn in hell!
You may switch work around.
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our...
Get toasty.
Burn strike.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Go no further.
Swallow Blade!
Can't get out of this.
Searing Slide. Lightning Orb.
I'm on it! Swallow Blade!
Smash
you.
Orochi Fury!
Photon Flash. None shall escape my judgment.
You're mine! First strike! You're finished!
Lightning Orb. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Rising Phoenix!
Saving this one.
Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike. Those bombs of yours are amazing.
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
Gotta break through! Swallow Blade!
Hear me. Burning Strike.
Glacial Spear!
Here's evil. Lightning Orb.
Here I come!
Freeze.
Swallow!
Don't mind if I do. Tempest Whirl.
Take this!
All right.
Eat
It's
this!
showtime.
You see what happened there is you crossed me.
Healing
Shouldn't have
Circle.
done
I
that.
never miss.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
No fence in a vine.
You're mine! Orochi Fury!
Now.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Dance in the wind. Freezing storm.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart.
First aid.
Seems about right to me.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Swallow Blade! Slice! Orochi Fury!
I'll finish you here and now.
Rising Phoenix!
Raging storm. Here's a healing
Swallow
light.
Blade!
First aid.
pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
There's more where that came from. Little help! Raging Resurrection!
Rising Phoenix!
Blast! Light Astral!
I'm on a roll now.
Law! Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Right, next one!
Already on.
Glimmer Blast!
Rising Falcon!
Light Astral energy!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike!
Any injuries?
Hi, Hoodle! Freezing Storm!
Flaming Thrust! Stardust!
Ice Tornado!
You're on!
Raging Storm!
Swallow Blade!
Swallow Dare!
Be still!
Dance in the wind!
You're finished!
In here!
Take this!
It's
over!
Instant! Glimmer
I'm on a roll now.
Battle!
It's
Rising Falcon! I'm not done!
This one's mine!
It's over! You're mine!
Divine
Ocean Fury!
Do it! Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
I'm even stronger than before.
Guess I misread the...
Let's dispose of the trash.
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
Orochi Fury!
Revive! Gusty nails!
Flaming Thrust! Rising
I'm all
Falcon!
stuffed up!
Burn!
I'm just getting stuck! Water!
Strike! Swallow Blade! Orochi Fury!
Astral energy!
Tornado Alpha!
Sleep now!
First strike!
I'll pollinate
Now you
this
see
one!
what I can do.
Swallow Blade! Orochi Fury!
Glacial Spear! Piercing
I'm
Bolt!
just getting started.
Rising! Try this!
Freeze Lancer!
Inferno Torrent! Slack! Damn it! Slack! Orochi Fury!
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry. I'll help you keep a white burn.
Where are you going?
Swallow Dare!
Now!
Okay, you
Here
hear
we
it
go!
now!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Little help!
Swallow Blade! Orochi Fury!
Thunderblade! Don't mind if I do. Here goes! Here's
I'm not
another!
done!
First blade! One at a time!
You're finished!
Tempest
Rising Falcon!
Lunar Collision!
Inferno Torrent! No escape! You picked the wrong fight!
Here's a healing arc!
Orochi Fury! I'll take you all off!
Banquet darkness! Let's go!
You're mine!
Did you just hear me?
Carve through
I
armor!
need you, remember?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Cyan instant!
I'm on it! Talon Hurricane! Rip and tear!
Orochi Fury!
Coming through!
Swallow Blade! Try this! Inferno Torrent!
If it's in the
It's
sky,
over!
it's mine!
Dance! Swallow
With
Blade!
astral energy!
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
still as humble as ever.
You're mine! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead then.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
Ugh.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Guess I misread the landing.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why? You said you were looking for me. Why? Beautiful, precious life. What the? That is all I desire. Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Pierce the evil! We got it! Now's our chance!
Can't get out of this! Take this! I'm on! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses the Lord?
You're mine! Here you go! Take this! Rising Phoenix! Here we go again!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Eagle Fly!
I never miss!
I'll tear you apart!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ignite!
Show me your strength.
I'm out! Here, let me help!
Swallow Blade!
First aid!
Take this!
Back into the fray! Annihilation can't be stormy! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Here.
Here's a healing art!
I owe you one.
Raging cascade!
Take this! You'll pay for that! Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time. Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, You were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't. Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
We've reached our destination.
What's that big tower over there?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I'm drenched in sweat. Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Not this way, I guess.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah. This doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo!
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies! Woo!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. To Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Dahnans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renins here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renins out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Dahnans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renins just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shionne. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zeugle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Dahnans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Not this way, I guess. Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me! Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Oh yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though. Maybe it's time I try on some... something new.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shionne. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible. But I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Lagiel were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Lagiel is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes!
Very nice. Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes! What?
What?
I don't believe this! All right. No.
Sure.
Really now? Yes! What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! Orochi's Fury!
Power of water!
Swallow Dance!
Take this!
Talon Hurricane! Escape!
Raging Storm! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Orochi's Fury! Swallow Blade! Try harder! Swallow Blade!
Raging Storm! Alright!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Whirlwind Strike! Orochi's Fury!
Swallow
Blade!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Gotta break through!
Vanquish darkness!
Take this!
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Orochi's Fury! First strike!
I'm like bait to them!
Rising Falcon!
Watch this! Flying free! Forget they just stood still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! One deadly strike, just as ordered. It's on!
Here I come!
It's over! In here! Gemini baby! This one!
That's freaking done! In a bind?
These ones can run rings around us!
Swallow Blade! Burn in hell!
Tunnel!
You got fire!
Unstopping! Let him march with it!
Lightning thrust! All
Did they
yours!
not teach you to say thank you, Indana? Not to a Renan, they don't.
It's over!
I'm ready.
You're mine! It's over!
Fallen hurricane! I'm on!
Now you see what I can do!
Turn the tables on him!
Janet, there are still more left!
No time to hold back!
First strike!
I'll run you through!
Arrow Ball! Now
You're mine!
this ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Looks like it could be worth something.
What's this thing? There.
Right, here goes!
A freezing
In a bind?
storm!
Blow away!
Take this! Flaming thrust!
Tornado!
You're on! I'm on this!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Let the mark
my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Prepare to be sealed, though fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
Phew, what a rush.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle? Hey, look at that enemy. It's shining. I've got a really bad feeling about
Swallow
this.
Blade!
Reload!
Slash! Burn!
Lunar corruption! Divine streak!
Swallow Blade!
Ready and where are you going?
Glacial
Pierce! Pierce evil!
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I'm on strike! Now you see what I can do!
I'm only getting started. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed opportunity.
Most likely because it would be inefficient for harvesting astral energy. That's what dictates the current positions of each realm's capital.
Plus, Renans are averse to using anything that belonged to the Danans.
Orochi's Fury!
Take it! Into the shadows!
Eat this!
Firmament Render!
This one's all
Water!
mine!
Hear my call!
We've got fire!
I've got this! Not marksman
Water
here!
Blade!
Eagle Assault!
All yours!
Talon Sword! Freeze Blazer!
It's time!
Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Do you continue on in that vein?
Firmament Render!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
You're finished!
Arrow Squall! Now!
More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Here I come!
Swallow
Blade! Orochi's Fury!
I can carve through
Careful! He has some kind of camouflage! It's in the sky, it's mine!
Take that!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Swallow Dance!
Firmament Render!
Watch him come!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Orochi's Fury!
Swallow Dance! Raging Cascade!
Talon Hurricane!
In here!
Quiver Dragon!
Nada, hear my call!
Eagle Assault!
I'll
finish you here and now!
Tempest Wall!
Orochi's
I'll
Fury!
heal you all! Photon confiscated!
First strike!
Hero!
Orochi's Fury!
You up!
It's no
Hey,
time!
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Armor won't save you!
It's over!
Cyan Instant!
You're mine! Easter!
Swallow it! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Feather Knuckle!
Thousand Gales, tear you to
The earth
shreds!
throbs in pain.
A freezing I never miss!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Lost my focus!
Swallow Blade!
Eat this!
Dragon Sword!
Here!
Take this!
Claw, you alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Ah!
Heal for cover! More where that came from! Let me
Beast this! Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a
I
healing
hope
arm!
this thing is meant to
Orochi's
be
Fury! Slash!
Gale Force! Raging
Dance!
Cascade! I'll fix it up!
Eagle Assault!
Okay.
These six
here I
has
go.
got your name on them!
Render!
Now I'm in the groove!
Art expert coming through!
Go!
I'm sorry to be
Now,
soft.
Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later. Am I imagining?
Gotta break
Here,
through!
let me help! Big
Show! I'll smash you!
None shall escape my judgment! Divine Streak! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Shell! Swallow Blade! Now or never.
Blind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Fiona,
This ends now!
consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady.
Something you wanted to say?
Dazzle! It's showtime! Mega Ray! By the power of water! Swallow Dare!
Here I come.
Divine
You're
Strength!
finished.
Eagle Assault!
I can feel my precision improving.
This will be a delicious piece of cake! Here I come!
It can hide itself?
Amazing! I'll show you just how strong my arts really are!
Not today.
Talon Hurricane! Here I come! Sleep now!
Did you just heal me?
Yes. Okay. I need you, remember?
Right.
I'll heal you now! All in!
Lightning Thrust!
One more time! Lunar Collision! Gusty Gemini Aqua! Annihilation!
Armor won't save now. I'm in the
Swallow
groove.
Blade! First aid!
Orochi Fury!
Super Swallow! That cricket does it!
Orochi Fury!
Cyan! Go get lightning to Where are you going?
I'll tear you apart.
Thunder Blade!
Super Swallow Dance.
This one's all mine.
Flame of Fury!
Burning
Vanquish Darkness!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon! I'll finish you here and now!
Great
Eagle
Spear!
Assault!
Here's the evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Now I'm in such a failure.
Stay away from my friends!
I'll bring you back from death to bliss! Ha! Restoration!
Not today!
Here's a healing art! Reverse aid! Vanquish darkness!
Orochi Fury!
I'll heal you all!
Eagle Assault! Now I'm in the groove!
Healing
Explosive
circle!
ring!
Nail! Back into the fray!
Orochi
Zero
Fury!
blade! Reload!
Explosive ring!
Reload! I'm out of ammo! I'm all
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
I'm not feeling so great.
Crazy Storm!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Orochi Fury!
Dance in the wind!
And more than can
I
offer
don't
now.
feel so well.
Really? You still look...
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when. Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately? There's something in the water.
All right. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
Now, where might those fish be? All right. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Dahnan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dahna, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Dahnan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Dahnan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Dahnans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Dahnans and the deaths of Renans.
Dahnans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Huda lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
forgive you! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Blazing Gale in the wind! Sleep now! Ice Tornado!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Dark Wind!
Tournament Ranger!
Swallow Dance! I'm on a roll now!
Don't you want to handle?
Not today!
Searing Flame! Reload! Tempest Squall!
Now you see what I
Here's
can
a
do!
healing arc! Here's First Aid!
Dark Wind!
Wind Astral Energy!
Swallow Dance!
Lunar Corruption! Raging Charge! Watch it!
I lost myself in the heat of the moment! That frickin' does it! Explosive Ring!
Here's a healing arc! I'll be saving you!
Talon Hurricane! Orochi's Fury!
Pick it!
Here we go again!
Go get it! Lightning attack!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! I'm just getting started! Take this! Swallow Dance!
Tempest Swirl!
I really owe you one! Try harder! Orochi's Fury!
Anything
in offers that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Raging Cascade!
Urban Knuckle!
Lunar Corruption!
Try this! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Orochi's Fury! Through armor! Orochi's Fury! Oh, yeah, now you're talking!
We'll soon see about that!
Do it! Totally! In an instant! Impact Cross!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Way! Firmament Ranger! I never miss! Arrow Squall! Lunar Dive! Seven Blade! Annihilation! Now!
Airborne.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Speak now. Here's evil!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
you!
Pieces!
Can't get out of this!
Go!
Hurricane!
Danny, Supernova! Dance in the wind! Sleep now.
Explosive ring!
This'll come in handy.
Falcon dance! Swirl blade! I'll finish you here and now!
Come one, come all!
Lightning orb!
Not today!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Flush! I can carve! I'm on a roll now! Swirl blade!
Healing power!
Watch it!
Thanks!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I
Yeah!
guess.
No, that is...
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again! Who? Who?
No backing down! Swallow Dance!
Lunar Horizon!
Eagle Assault! By the power of water!
Here goes! I'll heal you all!
Take this!
Lightning
Here I
condenser!
come!
Thunder! Not on my watch! Healing storm!
Oh,
Never fit! May a thousand gales tear you to shreds!
Here I come!
Swallow blade!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, that sounds more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Lightning orb!
Burn in hell!
Raging cascade!
Emergency Fury!
Hey,
When did I get so popular?
An astral arc.
That's my cue!
Take this! Shut him down!
Take this!
One more time! We're in the home stretch, guys!
What she said? Eyes on the clock.
That focus goes double for you, Ross!
Me? How come I get singled out?
Take that!
Do it!
Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
Already on. Here I come! Tear! Orochi Fury!
Divine Strike!
Castle!
Now!
Rising Circuit!
Frozen!
Hammer! Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Who?
Maybe something's going on in the forest. Little help!
You're mine! Watch it!
Spread!
Swallow blade!
I'm on
Orochi Fury!
None shall escape my
still.
judgment!
I'm ready! Eat this!
Ray!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Will this help?
I'm on a roll now!
Lightning raging cascade! Healing circle!
This one's all mine! I feel like me.
I'll do it! Step forward!
Now, frickin' does it!
Lightning orb!
Lunar
It's
Blade!
showtime!
Burn it
Burn
out!
my ultra!
Thank you.
Frickin' does it! I'll smash you!
Light astral energy
Here
to
I
the
come!
wind! Healing circle!
Orochi's Fury!
I'll tear you apart!
Here I come!
I
owe you one.
Thunderblade!
On a roll now!
Will this help?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shell!
Will this help?
I'm just getting
Astral
Orochi's
energy!
Fury!
Healing circle!
Try harder! Orochi's Fury!
Back into the fray!
Hard up! Super Swallow Dance!
Healing circle!
Thank you.
Here I go!
Orochi's Fury!
Back into the fray!
It looks like you got this one covered. I don't feel so good.
Hey, you alright?
Time
I'll
to
be
let
fine.
it rip.
I hope.
Are you trying to die? Take it easy!
I'll bring you back to the...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Just what the doctor ordered! Here's
the
healing arc!
Orochi's Fury! Now you see what I can do!
Lightning on raging
Glacial
cascade!
Spear.
Pierce evil! Dance to the wind! Freeze
Orochi's
blade!
Fury! Stop!
Will this help?
Pluto.
Oh, you are gonna pay for that!
Try harder!
Eat this!
Orochi's Fury!
I'll tear you apart! Arrow Storm!
I can handle it! Just what the doctor ordered was mine!
Glimmer Dragon! Watch this!
I have no limits! Be still! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn. Guess we better be extra careful.
I sense a strange power from this.
We finally made it.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
No further!
Hey, that so that you don't get in trouble again.
You picked the wrong fight!
Glimmer Dragon!
Take this!
Botox the raging cascade!
Water! Do it! One more!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Firmament render!
Here I come!
Healing circle! Arrow squall!
Okay.
Here I go. Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
I can only rely on myself. Looks like it could be worth something.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Orochi's Fury!
Power of my watch! Annihilation!
Orochi's Fury!
I'll
finish you here! Explosive ring!
Flawless fight!
Now or never.
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Here I come!
Reload! None shall escape our judgment! Now!
Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
I'm ready for the next battle!
No choice.
They got me flanked! Glimmer Dragon! Sword Ring Alpha!
Annihilation!
Burn in hell!
Primed and ready!
Here I come!
It's over.
Eat this!
Be still.
Armor won't
You got
save
fire.
you!
I've got this! Let him mark me!
Sword Ring
All yours.
I'm Dragon Flow!
Hey! One at a
Swallow
time!
Blade!
Rip it through it! Magic is in!
Where are you going?
First strike!
This is how it's
Storm! Orochi's Fury!
Lunar corruption! Lightning now!
Dragon Floor!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! None shall escape my judgment! Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No Gonzo!
We managed to pull through.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For crown contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Guess I misread the landing.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves, no matter what. Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
Guess I misread the landing.
Right, here goes! Orochi's Fury!
First, that's like it does it! Swirl by the power of
Orochi's
water!
Fury!
Dance in the wind! Their hide is thick as armor!
Watch this!
Get out of there with the others! Hear me! Flame of
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! I never fit!
No armor charged on me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Burn!
Here, let me help.
Dance in the wind! In here! Let's get you all tucked away!
Stop!
Alright, it's time!
Portal Blade! It's over!
Smash you!
Here I come!
Now, here I go! Astral energy! Full throttle! Annihilation! Lightning! Sweet dreams!
Take this!
Sleep now!
Now I'm real mad!
You're finished!
Get out of here!
Dragon Storm!
Freeze Lancer!
Water!
Here I
Luna
go!
Rongo!
Talon Storm!
Soda!
Laser Spear!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Gotta break through!
Water, hear my call! Not in your dreams!
Glacial Spear!
Here's evil! Alright, it's showtime!
Rising Phoenix!
Dragon Shout!
Got fire!
Unstoppable! Now!
Light burst force!
Radiant Genesis! I'll heal you all! Man, that's my cue!
Shut him down!
Arch Shield!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on us.
Yes, ma'am!
Photon, Raging Cascade!
Do it! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Looks like we won.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Dahnan castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late. This will be a delicious piece of cake! Running your dreams! Here's evil! I'm just getting free! It cools up! Time to get out of the way! Dragon Swarm! Armor won't save you! I've got this! That's gonna really make me realize.
Okay.
Let it
All
on!
yours. Be my guest.
Thank you.
No further. Take this. This one's all mine.
I'm surrounded!
Here's a healing over the stockpile. First aid,
Okay.
here goes.
Here I go.
Up and at it,
Dragon
let's go.
Thrust.
Come on, right now. Glacial spear.
Dazzle. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
I'm just getting
Wind
started!
out energy. Whoa, hey, what is this? I thought this one's mine. Now. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Didn't even break a sweat.
What's this thing?
Get lost.
Swirl Blade.
Gemini onslaught.
Take this.
Astral energy. Rage cascade. Healing circle.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Hear my call.
Now or never.
Watch it!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well I'm here to stop me! Remind me to stay on your good side.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike!
I'm not done.
Eagle fire! Talon vortex! Thrust! Ripping
Gemini onslaught. Raging
Swirl
storm.
Blade.
Mega ray. I'm all stuffed up. Not on my watch.
It must take guts to fight without a weapon.
I'm not brave. I just do what I have to.
If you're ever in a pinch, just say the word.
Your power is a spectacle to behold.
There's more where that came from.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, a sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renins? That's a scary thought.
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Now! Tornado!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Will this help?
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Do it! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason. By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Dahnan ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already! This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too!
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Thanks, Kisara!
Its armor's too strong.
Be my guest. Here I come!
I can carve through armor!
It's over!
Great spear! Here!
Here I come!
Huddle! Another block!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go! Raging storm! Now!
I can feel my precision improving.
No backing down! Can't get out of this!
Flame of fury!
Easter! You're mine! Swallow blade! It's over!
No armor will stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Here, let me help.
It's over!
Anything in armor is
Hear
mine!
my call!
Keep charging us!
That's what my
Shouldn't
shield's
have messed
for.
with me!
Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Armor won't save you!
You all!
Dragon Ball roll now!
Healing circle!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! There's always room for improvement.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Take this! I'm on it!
Photon Lightning Laser Fury!
Orochi's Fury! Be still! Rising Phoenix!
Damn it!
Got fire!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Infernal Sword!
Prepare to be sealed, though, please. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk in more duels!
Here I go!
What's this?
Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Take this!
Flame of Fury! Raging Glacial Spear!
Now you see what I can do!
You're
These
mine!
fists have got your name on them!
Freeze Laser!
I hope this thing is meant for
Do it!
Follow me! In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
No backing down!
Ignite!
Glimmer Dragon!
Be still! Rising Fire! You're mine! Orochi's Fury!
All back in their defenses!
Glad you had your equal!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
It's over!
Eat this!
Rising
Raging
Falcon!
Cascade! Healing Circle!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Freezing Storm!
Take this! Orochi's Fury!
Ice Tornado! Divine Strike! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Cyan, head back into the front! Let the marksman
Now
handle
you
this!
see what I can do!
Shining Supernova!
It's time! Orochi!
Looks like we won. Guess I misread the landing.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Can't get out of this! Dust to dust!
You're mine!
Fly!
Eat dirt!
I never miss!
Swallow Blade!
Ribbon punch!
Blazing cascade!
Freezing strike!
Now! Portal frozen!
Hammer!
Here's a healing arc!
Not a chance! Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet and...
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No
Here,
choice!
let me help.
Shine!
You got company.
What?
Not on my watch. Order shield.
Strike!
Shield force.
Orochi Fury! Shattering!
Here my robot.
Careful.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Well done.
Portal Blade! Orochi Fury!
An astral voice?
That's my cue. Here's a healing.
Shut him down.
Try harder!
Raging cascade.
Burn in hell! Eat this! You're mine!
The tide of battle has turned.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Looks like it could be worth something.
What's this thing?
I won't forgive you!
In a bind?
Lightning stem.
I'm surrounded! You're mine! I'm on it! Far enough! I'll run you through! Slash! I'll smash you! You're finished!
This is in the distance.
Dragon Swirl! Oh! Now I'm real mad! Orochi Fury! Swirl Blade! You picked the wrong fight!
Why should you know?
To stop you dying?
Do it!
Lunar frozen.
Hammer! Now! Take this! Sword! Not today! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Super swallow dance!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Guess I misread the landing. There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did Beifong lie?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey! Save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing! Eat this! Now I'm in the groove! No further!
Go for the weak point! Crazy cascade!
Swallow blade! Come on, roll now! Let's tear him up!
In here! Hear my call!
Leave the charges to me!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Hit! Freeze blade! Showtime! Here's a healing art! Crazy cascade! Sealed!
Here I come!
Got it! Now's our chance! Hey! One at a time! Annihilation!
Try this!
Sealed! Flame of fury!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got our neck on.
You're mine! Yes, ma'am!
Raging cascade!
Eat this!
Out of ammo!
Take this! You're finished! Smash you!
Thank you.
Here I come! Swallow blade!
You!
Flame of fury! Burning! I got it! Now it's try harder! Now! You're mine! Slash!
Gusty now! Where are you going?
You're finished!
Mega Ray! Here's a healing art! First aid! Lightning orb!
Swallow blade!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! This'll come in handy!
Here I come!
I'll heal you all! Wind Astral!
Come on, roll now!
Thank you.
What I can
Do
deliver!
it! Now!
In an instant! Impact block!
Searing flame!
Here I come!
Eat this!
Finish!
Water! Hear my call!
Not today!
Swallow slice!
Take this!
Red!
I'm not done!
I'm impressed. They're not playing around!
Take this!
Freeze Lancer!
No escape!
Thunder Peal! Here's a healing
No
art!
further!
Swallow
Failure! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! Seal! Spread! Pierce evil! Wind Astral Laser! Banana, let's go!
Here you go again!
Thunder Blade!
Dragon Shell! You're finished!
Healing Scepter!
Not a chance! Now I can more! Orochi Fury! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
You're
I
finished!
never miss!
Dragon Sword!
Glacial
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
No escape! Burn!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Attack time! Dragon Shell! Here's the healing art! With darkness! It's about to strike! Cyan is
Look sharp, everyone!
Take care!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that! Harder! Not a chance! I'll smash you! There you go!
I'll bring you
All
from
good things
death.
come to an end! Try harder! Take this! Move! Escape! Can't move! Take this! What a relief! Eagle Dive! The tactics are working great!
Full speed ahead!
Hey, wait for law! Not done yet! Here I come!
Let the marksman handle this. Swallow two.
Take this! You pay for that! My turn!
I can't heal you forever.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Far enough. That's been a smart. They're not playing around here. Let me help.
Dragon
May
Shell!
1,000 gales tear you to shreds.
Try harder! You're mine! I can carve through walls!
Field. More for the
Here I come.
sunlight. Water.
All good things come to an end! Try harder! Not a chance! Dragon form!
It's weakened.
This ends now! How did you hear it now? Take this!
Glacial clear.
Rollerblade!
Sleep now.
Dragon
Freeze
I let you all Can't end here! This should do it!
You breathed all over.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shionne, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Dahnan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Niez.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shionne?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking! Damn, you're scary sometimes.
Shionne's not scary at all.
Alphen.
I'll just, leave you two alone.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Niez for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dahna. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Dahnans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Dahnans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away. Guess I'll polish up my sword.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
I think Hootle senses something.
That's no ordinary enemy I see.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Firmament Mega Ray!
Damn it!
I'm ready!
Here I come!
That one's mine!
That's enough! Rip and tear! Slice!
Annihilate!
Swallow blade!
Leave the impairing to me.
Yeah! And to me! Slice!
Freezing storm!
Prepare to be seen!
Ice tornado!
See what happened
there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
This one's all mine!
Here's another ice tornado! Raging cascade!
You picked the wrong spot!
Magic
this.
Bam! Air
Erosion Fury!
Do it! Astral...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That
Mega
training's
Ray.
paying off!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Gone!
You're mine!
Super
Coil King!
Talon Horn! I'll smash you!
Raging storm!
No further!
Annihilation! Here goes!
Here I come! Swallow Blade!
Swallow dance!
Lightning!
Orochi Fury!
I'll tear you apart!
Dazzle!
I'm just getting
Rising
started!
Phoenix!
Here's a healing arc!
Here I come! Slap! Orochi Fury!
I'll finish you here and now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I can feel my precision improving.
Heal you all!
Swallow Blade! First strike!
Healing with the mark!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a healing!
Nope, that'd be silly.
Swallow Blade! You got fire!
I've got this! Let him watch me get that!
No! All yours!
Dragon Swarm! He's in! Attack the storm!
Now! Healing! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Swallow Blade! Orochi
Armor
Fury!
won't save you!
Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There's always room for improvement.
Guess I misread the landing.